or pops to be able to go and buy their .jobs for $115, right? We can host that .jobs for them, and they can post, and it doesn't cost them anything to post. It's free. What's that?
The hosting, there's no cost on hosting?
No.
It's free.
So there is no revenue model associated with posting single ads in this one?
No. No. Just being able. What's that?
Do you accept ads from distributors?
Not currently. Not currently. What's that?
Ad agency?
Only if the company tells us. Yeah. If Rhonda comes to me and says, "Hey, NAS is going to be sending you a feed. I want you to take that feed of our jobs." That's.
But they're not members, single users who buy a domain. So my client, Mom's Pizza,
Right.
buys it for $115, and then what? Writes you a letter and says, "Ethan is going to be sending you all my jobs."
Or calls me, we might be able to talk about that. We haven't gotten that far down the rabbit hole yet, although these are the opportunities. And the thing is that there are so many opportunities that if we start looking outside our old 10-year-old job board world, I mean, back when I was at Monster in '99, I mean, there's still some things that are remnants of those days that we really need to get away from. And I think that if we start innovating and we start pushing each other, I think that type of thinking is definitely on the line of where we want to be able to go with .jobs, because it's not a situation where we want to lock people out. We want to be able to, again, serve two stakeholders. We've got a job seeker and we've got an employer. How can we help her and her ROI?
Todd Goldstein, countingjobstoday.com.
Yes.
Do you have any early data on how well you expect the .jobs TLD to do versus .com or .net? Anything you can share with us?
No, I mean, it's all up in the air at that point. I mean, it's kind of like going to Google and trying to tell them what you're doing with a new extension. They might care, but they're going to let you know they don't care. So, I mean, really, I mean, that whole thing, okay. It's just, yeah, you can't tell you right out of the gate.
So, Ted, you all vet jobs. Will you start letting job boards buy a .jobs domain?
And again, that is an employee media question because I don't restrict.
Well, see, I've called twice and been not me.
Okay, well, you need to
call twice and asked to buy vetjobs.jobs.
Yeah.
And we were told we're not allowed to because we're a job board.
Okay. Well, and again, that's not my decision. I'm not the keeper of the keys with regard to any type of real estate that happens. As a matter of fact, through this process, Ted, if I wanted to request vetjobs.jobs, I couldn't get it. Okay, so I mean, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I can't get
Providence.jobs.
She can't even get Providence.jobs. I mean, she's Providence Health and Systems, Health and Services, sorry, but she can't get that because there's actually a collision with obviously Geo. So.
So you mentioned Google, which is really the open question concerning how the initiative is going to be treated from a web tracking perspective.
Sure.
And you talked about your exclusive interest in meeting the needs of your member companies. That's an admirable capital.
It's not an exclusive interest in meeting my member companies. It's being able to help all of the companies that have jobs in .jobs. I mean, yes. Our member companies will have some benefits,
right.
But how can you say it's exclusive when I'm actually allowing jobs to jump into these domains free of charge? So it's not exclusive.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused by the last.
So if I'm a small company and I register with a state workforce agency and my jobs get uploaded to the direct employers distribution network, I benefit from that, even though I'm not a member. So it's not exclusive to members.
I got that.
Okay.
So, aside from the state workforce agencies, which are one of the key building blocks to the approach that you take, two things that we said at the beginning of the internet. Information wants to be free, and you own your own words. Right? I get the massive distribution approach. What I don't get is how candidates are supposed to find their way through what amounts to 500,000 pages of spam that is only created to drive traffic. Your colleague, whom I respect, whom I'm certain has the best interest of her organization, maybe even the labor market as a whole, in mind, talked about increasing efficiency. How does it increase efficiency to be creating a factory of domains off very limited time? Now, I want to be clear, Chad, and help you to understand that I don't have an axe to grind. Monster's about to do the same thing under their job.com. They're going to use a different strategy. I'm sure you've heard of it. Their strategy is going to be commercial. It's going to be top-level domain and subdomain. They're taking what they own. What they're not doing is taking a sector of the internet that was carved out for a specific purpose that 10,000 organizations bought into on the original charter over a period of 5 years and wiring a process by loading a committee that is supposed to be overseeing this through Sherman. There's a very different quality to what's being done here. I keep hearing that this is in the public interest, and I'm sure that your colleagues believe that you're representing their best interests. But I'm not sure that you're really representing the best interest of the labor market, and I'm not really sure that you're representing the best interest of the candidates, particularly because it will be very difficult for them to find the content that they're looking for outside of the world you created. So I just would really appreciate hearing from your two colleagues what their thinking is on how this improves efficiency for the community and the ecosystem we work with. I get your business case, but I'd like to hear from them what their thoughts are.
From my perspective, a very selfish one, albeit, I'm looking to drive candidates to ATT.jobs, and I'm going to look at as many avenues as possible, and I'm going to look at to see what's effective and, again, what's efficient. Not to overuse that term, but if Chad's aware that if .jobs doesn't turn out and it's not, it's not meeting our needs from driving the traffic and driving the hires and the conversions, it's not something that we're going to continue to pursue because we are so metric heavy and we are so very much in tune to what drives the candidate experience and how we're finding those hires and looking at what we can do from an SEO standpoint and understanding that looking at it from the job seeker perspective of how they're going out and trying to find jobs. And if this is something that the candidates are not able to find the jobs or there's too many or there's those are the types of things that we're, as we go through this beta phase